I often hear people complain because their lives aren't perfect. I used to be the same, and I didn't believe fools who say, it's all in your hands. However, I believe it now. All in all, I have CP. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's when you got unlucky at birth, and now you struggle to control your hands. You cannot talk properly, and you have this weird gait. It's not very pretty. It's far from the nice feminine gait every girl is dreaming about. I am 12. I study in a public school, and they don't treat people with disabilities well here. Kids often parody my gait, and my classmates would laugh at me whenever I stood up to answer my teacher's questions, so they stopped asking me. That's not a very nice picture, is it? Recently, it all changed. I was very unhappy. I didn't have any friends, but Sophie. She's also a loner because she's chubby and wears ugly glasses. She wasn't treating me very well, though. One day, she would hang out with me. The next day, one of the popular girls would talk to her, and she would spend the whole day with her new friend and ignore me. One of those days, I was going home from school and saw a tiny kitten in the street. It was sitting next to a house and meowing pitifully. I gave him some bread, but the kitten didn't eat it and kept on meowing. I took him home. We already had 3 cats. I understood that my mom would hardly allow me to take this one in as well, but I decided that my parents probably would come up with what to do with it. I didn't want to leave it alone outside. My mom helped me feed the kitten with a pipette and advised me to take it to an animal shelter. She said that volunteers would take care of it. My brother helped me find a few shelters online. It turned out there were 5 of them in my town. My mom and I went to the closest one the following weekend. We arrived to the gates of a private house using Google Maps and knocked. A middle-aged lady opened the gates. She said her name was Nellie and took us inside to show us the animals. She took the kitten, caressed it, and left it with the other kittens. I spent some time playing with cats and dogs, helped to feed them, played with them, and even walked an old dachshund named Jessie outside. Then we went home, but I couldn't forget about the shelter. I absolutely loved the animals there. They were smart, funny, beautiful. Some were high-bred. Nellie said that they had 47 dogs and 73 cats, so they always lacked help. They needed volunteers to walk the animals, feed them, wash them, take them to the vet from time to time, give them medicines, publish posts online to motivate people to adopt them. In a week, I came again, then again. So, I became a volunteer in an animal shelter. I no longer cared about what was going on in school. I was waiting for the classes to end to go visit my furry friends. Then, people at school found out what I was doing and, strangely, started to respect me, even though I was only expecting more bullying. You should see how animals greet every volunteer. They run around, jump, wiggle their tails, express their joy. Now they are my true friends. I also made friends with other volunteers. I really like Annie. She studies design. And Danny. He's a professional photographer. He takes pictures of our homeless animals when he has time so that they get adopted faster. We became real friends. I can tell them about school, and they encourage me, give me advice. Sometimes they even help me do homework. So, now, I have something I love doing. I feel useful. And I also have friends who don't care about how well I walk or speak. Guys, do you think you could be friends with a disabled person? Be honest, don't try to be politically correct. Could you or could you not?